We don't need to save. Savings for losers.
This is the tale of Bilbo Baggins, a hobbit with no idea of the adventures about to befall him, or their consequences. My precious.
Wow. Look awful. Watch it like the movies. The Hobbits, the prelude to the Lord of the Rings. Hi, DS. More loud? You want it louder? Not enough for you?
In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. Bilbo Baggins was a respected hobbit. He lived a comfortable life and never had any adventures. So Bilbo was rather surprised when Gandalf the wizard invited him on a great adventure. He politely declined, but not before accidentally inviting Gandalf to tea. The next day, Gandalf arrived with 13 hungry dwarves. They ate everything Bilbo had to offer, then sang sad songs and listened to their king, Thorin Oakenshield.
Near your funeral? Okay, I'll tell him. I'll let him know.
We begin the quest of Lonely Mountain.
Where's Snow White? Ha ha ha.
Under the mountain, reclaim our treasure, and have revenge on the cursed dragon Smaug.
Smaug.
King Thorin, you need a burglar to steal into Lonely Mountain. Here he is, Bilbo Baggins. Huh?
Oh.
Excitable little fellow, but fierce as a dragon in a pinch.
He died after Afghanistan standoff with the police. What's that Afghanistani standoff? Like that Afghanistani standoff. What does that involve? Is that a sexual maneuver? Oh, we're just jumping straight in, huh?
Goblins attacking men.
Goblins.
And elves. What's this?
They're orcs.
Well, Baggins, you've dreamt your way into this. You will have to dream your way out.
Bitch. I got fucking lightsaber or whatever. Hell yeah. Wow, 2031. Man. Yes, do you own a copy of this game? I bet you do. Bet you own multiple copies. Do I have a health bar? I have a lock on. You don't? Doing it. These big fucking goblins or whatever, orcs, getting fucked up by a little hobbit. Ow! Ow! No, I want Lord of the Ring games on PC in the big box. At least one on PS2. Get him! Oh, cool sword. Oh, my sword. Not glowing like my sword, though. Yes. Was it you who streamed that one? Was it me or was it you who streamed that one Lord of the Rings game based off the first movie where you play as Frodo in the beginning? I think I streamed it, or did you stream it? Maybe we both streamed it. Yeah. Ah, I don't know what I was expecting. Guess I can't die here. I'm stupid. I Gresh. This is the Hobbit. If it wasn't clear.
It's just a dream. Just a dream. But
On his nose.
adventure.
Despite his fear, something awoke within Bilbo. He wanted to visit distant lands, explore caves, and carry a sword instead of a walking stick. To his own astonishment, Bilbo agreed to go.
I'm like, Dildo. Sick loading times.
You've slept half the morning, Mr. Baggins. That won't convince Thorin that you're a fierce burglar.
I'll show him if I have to.
I don't know. I beat the whole thing.
Wild werewolves in the last desert.
For now, you'll just have to walk to the Green Dragon.
Peter Jackson isn't here to drag it out into 3 movies.
But can
No time for it, and no time to pack. Just fetch your walking stick. Who knows where you will end up today?
Start button. Quest log. Ah, quest log? Oh, man. Oh, you're so big. I'm right at cock height.
Bungo and Belladonna Baggins. A hobbit couldn't ask for finer parents. That's my gamma Laura. She was a grub before she married a Baggins.
Ah, coin. As you pick up courage points, Bilbo's courage meter increases. When Bilbo's courage meter is at full, he gains a new unit of health. Courage points can be found on all sorts of hidden places. Explore the land carefully to find them all. Okay. Whoa. Walking stick acquired. Well, JPEG. Drill though?
What's this? My pocket has sprouted a hole. Oh, my silver pennies must be scattered all over.
My
Hobbit.
pennies. I've talked to Gandalf.
Meet the dwarves at the Green Dragon Inn. Off you go, Mr. Baggins.
Okay. Where does this way go?
No time for that. I need to go meet the dwarves at the
Okay. Who knows? Oh, I don't want to save. So bright and happy. There's a murder start. I'm gonna murder him.
I was thinking about Bull Roarer Toot.
Brrr.
All about Bull Roarer Toot, don't you?
Brrr.
He's my great.
He was quite an adventurous hobbit. Won the Battle of the Greenfields, he did. Knocked the Goblin King's head clean off with a wooden club. It sailed through the air and went right down a rabbit hole. Well, that's where we got the game of golf.
Mm-hmm. So I've heard.
Ah, Bull Roarer Toot. I wish you young people knew more of your histories.
Oh, I got one. Let's come out of the bushes. Wow, exciting. Remember I streamed Lord of the Rings MMO with Simbit? Who was here for that? It was only DS. Getting rupees. Is this gonna be like a Zelda clone? It's feeling like it. Is it bitch?
Beautiful day, isn't it?
No.
Day, Gamma.
I seem to have lost my quilting needle somewhere in town. If you find it, could you please bring it to me?
Certainly, Gamma.
Oh, I'm hungry. It's almost noon and I've only had 2 breakfasts.
Only 2?
Lovely seed cake cooling on my windowsill. I think I'll head home for a morsel before lunch.
Fat fuck.
Bilbo Baggins.
Wow,
I
big
saw
hobbit
your
titties.
visitor. Are you meddling with wizards?
Wizards are meddling with me.
Another lad going off into the blue for mad adventures. You might as well be some use before you go. Fetch my butter churn, please.
Where is it?
It's
Churn your
just
butter.
around the corner. Just place the butter churn on the porch when you find it.
I was like 5 feet away. You lazy bitch. Put it right in front of your door.
Thank you, Bilbo. Have some
Standing
yummy
up.
crumble tea cakes. I made 'em fresh this morning. Oh, and Bilbo, watch out for that wizard.
We'll need a lot of food on our journey.
Have an inventory. Tea cakes. Like cupcakes. No. Visible wall.
I saw a dwarf wandering around town. Did you see him? He had a beard so long he tucked it into his belt. And he was dressed so outlandishly. He must have gotten lost on his way to Bree.
No time for
Invade
that.
this home.
To go meet the dwarves at the Green Dragon Inn.
Dwarfs.
No time for that.
Okay. How's everybody doing? How do I get a big green one? How do I give that big Sims crystal up there? 40k away, uh-oh. Are you? I'm me. Jump that way. Where you jump? Alright. Me playing video games. On stream. Whoa. Rather to grab block than use left analog to push and slide it. Yeah. Is he talking or giving me the Torah?
Best apples in all Hobbiton are in that apple orchard. I'd get some if I could climb those cliffs.
Oh, I'll push it over there. Big fucking apples. Oh, fuck yeah. Or a pile of throwing stones, picked them up and pressed the. But then equip the stones. Couldn't make out what that was.
That wizard is responsible for so many lads and lasses going off into the blue for mad adventures. Why anyone would set foot outside the Shire is beyond me.
When does the Shire get destroyed? Blow it up. Enter aim shot mode. Spoilers! God! Apple acquired. Whoa. It should be the whole game. You just run around the Shire. Fucking around. Oh, invisible walls. There's JPEG back there. JPEG trees. Do I have an actual PS2? Yeah, but I'm not using it. Bad idea. What? Owning a PS2? Yeah. Or using a PS2.
Hey, Bilbo! Wanna play some hide and seek?
No.
Afraid I'm in a bit of a hurry.
We'll go hide, you seek. Ready? Go!
No.
Children.
There's some PS2 games that are. Shadow of the Colossus is really hard to emulate properly. You need a pretty good PC for that. Ratchet and Clank games are fucked. PS2 Icon Showcase. Hell yeah. I think the Dark Alliance games
Get the other side.
don't emulate properly. You have to play the GameCube version. Or no, I think they emulate, but they're kind of fucky. There's definitely some games that don't work. No, honestly, PCSX 2 is not as good as it should be.
You'll have to break them open to get the nails. Bring back me hammer and nails and I'll
PCSX 2 is like, it's kind of shitty. You compare it to other like good emulators, like you compare it to Dolphin or something like that, or you compare it to the PPSFPP or Mednafen or things like that. It's kind of ass. I mean, it's the only option. There's a reason, like, it's the only option. I mean, there are other PS2 emulators, but they suck. They barely work. There's like 2 or 3 other ones, but they're like. There's one. I think there's one that's okay. It's called Play, and it's mostly for like Android, I think, for mobile stuff. But it's meh, and pretty much all the other stuff are pretty ass too. I'm just hoping one day some Autismo just fucking makes a good PS2 emulator and kind of shits on everything. It's happened before with like PS1 emulators or other emulators where things were kind of shit. And some dude comes about, has big brain. Like, what if I make this? And it's like, wow, this is way better. There's a lot of like quality of life options that aren't in PCSX too, like per game configurations and things like that. You know. Well, Nintendo consoles are a lot easier to emulate than other stuff for many reasons. Emulation's weird.
Bring back me hammer and nails, and I'll fix the bridge.
But hammer and nails. I'm thirsty. Were they in there and I didn't see them? Yeah, I can run. That doesn't feel any. Oh, I thought I was running. What is this? Oh, it's rocks. Well, iPhone games? I don't know. I've never looked into that. Why is it so fucking shitty? Make sure I didn't miss the hammer and nails. Oh, here we go.
My children insist I tell them all about dragons. Where do they ever hear of such creatures?
Dragons?
Hobbits don't discuss such things.
I'm gonna fall in the water. Oh, nothing really. Fish eat me. You can emulate Java stuff, old phone stuff. Can will you fuck? Stuff over there. Over there. Let me jump to it. Simulators of Brazilian PS2 bootlegs that rip SNES and a bunch of ROM hacks on the disc. Hell yeah. People even use Z SNES anymore. Shit's so out of date. Me. But yeah. Emulation gets fucky though. Yeah. There's also SNES HD, which has some cool stuff. Pretty good. Yeah, and SNES 9X is decent too. Ugh. Ah! Nesticle. Why can't I have these mushrooms? I want to eat them. Who's this fucker?
Pardon me, Carl. Do you have your father's hammer? He needs it to fix the bridge.
Here it is, Mr. Baggins. I'll have to find something else to play with.
Why are you up here playing with a hammer? Oh. There's only like one Vita game is emulatable. Get up there. Whatever. Get eaten by a bass. Emulation's weird. People who are into emulators are also get weird. People get so like obsessed with like accuracy. It's like, you need to run Mednafin through the command prompts for proper accuracy. If you're not doing it that way, might not emulate all. You want a UI? What are you, a fucking retard? You fucking idiot. Who needs a UI? You shouldn't even be doing emulation. It's not accurate. That's the emulation community. The worst.
Good lad. This shouldn't take long.
And then the people who make emulators are just fighting with each other and starting Patreons and trying to make money. I'm just like, I just want to play video games.
Bilbo, we still need more supplies for our journey. If you happen to find any provisions, bring them back to me.
This game's kind of boring. We'll move on after we see what happens next. Watching SHP's 2 is Peace Bear. You might not be able to tell, but I can certainly tell my $300 of the PC audio quality is bad. Six of 23, Jesus. What the fuck? God. Yeah, I figured it meant something like that.
They regretted leaving home almost immediately. In the dangerous lonelands, they found themselves cold, wet, and low on food. Suddenly, Balin noticed the light of a fire. Thorin
Looks like he's
sent
down.
burglar Bilbo to investigate.
Yeah. They did fuck up the PS2. I mean the PC audio, but it's not. I've listened to it. You can tell the difference, but it's you don't need $300 headphones. Yeah, no, yeah, I know. Why are you using $300 headphones, not $1,000 headphones through my my $1,000 DAC? I boot. But the enhanced edition mod for the PS2 Silent Hills. Cool. Accurately as possible with PC. People get stupid. There's a YouTube comment. Alright. $100 headphones. I know someone $400 headphones. We're gonna move on. Hey, it was boring. Let's do Michael Crichton's timeline. Are yours free? Are they Sony ones? This is the best I could get this game to run. It was this or nothing. So it's gonna. The menus run bad. The game in-game runs a bit better, but the graphics are kind of fucked. Like I could not get it to run any other way. Is it even gonna run now? It might not even work anymore. Okay, there we go. This is the best you're getting. The game actually starts up and gets in game on Windows 10, but it's the graphics are all fucked. And I tried some shit like the I didn't try DG Voodoo actually, but I don't think it would work. DX1 didn't help at all. Yeah. I know nothing of the book with some time travel shit. Works on my PC.
Ready for transmission.
Standing by for return.
Level 5 holding.
Okay, let's bring it back.
Transmission in 3, 2, 1.
There's 2 time travel games today.
Pod phase 2. Pod returning.
Here he comes.
He's not in the pod.
All right. Notify the ICS team and somebody call Chris.
Call Chris. I need a latte. Yeah. I had someone do a bunch of gift subs in here when there wasn't a lot of people in here and you just got one randomly. Got lucky. Oh, this runs like shit.
Do not return within 3 days. If you're watching this video, my 3 days are up.
The game in-game doesn't run this bad. It doesn't run well.
You know it from our excavation work together. In the spring of 1357, Castle
But it runs.
thriving village under the rule of an English lord.
Here, I pick.
Oliver Devan.
Alright. Let's skip. This is in game. Their textures didn't load properly.
Good to see you, Chris. I'm so glad you're here.
Are we ready? Let's
Wait,
do
hold
some
on.
training before we head back.
If you feel you don't need training, get your stunt
Never
staff
mind.
from the crate over there, and we'll get going.
My stunt staff. My sun staff.
For that, if you forget which keys do what. Now let's get going before this storm sets in.
This is intended experience.
Lead the way, Chris. Good luck.
Next slide, please. These face textures aren't working. Oh. Beautiful.
You can see the ruins of both castles from this point.
Yeah, I totally see them.
Is where the professor is now. It's the fortified town of Castle.
Wow, I said, look at those castle ruins over there. Stunning.
Yes, they've set the time machine so we get there before the battle.
No, this is fine.
Press the button on the panel.
I see the button. I'm pressing the button. Oh. What happened? Crashed. Whoopsie. There's also a tour mode where you can tour old stuff. The resolution lower. I don't think you can get lower. It's already like 460p. I don't think I can make Windows go any lower. Let me skip this, please. This isn't VMware. This game wouldn't work on any VMware. On any operating system VMware. I'm using PC emulator or PCM or whatever you want to call it. Alright. If it crashes again, we'll just play tour mode. Yeah, this game would not work in VMware. I actually got further. I got it closer to working in Windows 10 than I got it to work in VMware.
Ready for transmission.
Let's skip all this shit now. Prepare for your trip. See you next fall. Anyone ever read Timeline by Michael Crichton? No one? No one ever read this book? I never heard of it. Does anyone read books? I know Gresh read books, but he only reads like fantasy stuff. Nerd stuff.
You could see the ruins of both castles from this.
Yeah, I don't care about your ruins. Do you think it's gonna crash again? You haven't read much? Reading? Will it crash again?
Press the button on the panel, Chris.
Aw, hey, it didn't crash. I should have made it a bet. Everybody lose their money. What's happening? Did it? It didn't crash.
Diffusion initiating.
That's a mustard face. It's barely a face. Can it even be a mustard face? There's not even a face there.
Initiating subject state download.
Where is this from? The game? Like, where was it made? I don't know who made it. I think IDOS something to do with it. Maybe it's French. You're time traveling. Please don't crash again. Hey, your head's not. Kind of worse now. It's kind of more of a nightmare now. This is better. Big gaming wound. Sierra game showcase. The Hobbit game was Sierra. Oh yeah. Oh no. I don't want to play those.
Good. You made it. The weather outside is playing havoc, so we've got to move. Stop at the control
No, I don't.
on your left. Transfer your state information to the time travel pods.
You got Monkey Island too. You'd be happy. That's all you ever get. Ah, damn it. It's crashing. We're gonna do the tour mode. I think what channel did I watch? I watched some Let's Plays of some of the King's Quest games. Forever ago. We're gonna do the tour mode. And then we're gonna just probably gonna have to move on. Struggle to get this game to work anyway. Start the tour. Also, no showcases till October for this month. This is to be the only showcase for this month. Then we're gonna have the October spook shows. Sorry, I need to focus on stuff.
We'll tour the French medieval town of Castleguard and its castle, which you see here. The year is 1357. It's the height of the 100 Years' War between France and England, which actually lasted slightly more than 100 years, although fighting often stopped for decades at a time. This is a world very different from our own. So let's take a
Yeah,
look.
church.
This is the Europe we know today. France here, England here. Two independent nations which have traditionally been bitter enemies. But 600 years ago, France and England were very close. This is the world of 1357. England, an island conquered by the French in 1066, has strong ties to France. Nobles in England speak the French language, follow French customs, and England owns a large part of France, about a third of the entire country, around.
Boy, I love history lessons.
English port. England has owned these lands for generations, but France now views England as a foreign power occupying its territories and wants the land back. England, in retaliation, brings its armies to France and devastates.
This is wonderful.
For years on end. Our town of Castleguard is here, in the frontier region of the Dordogne River.
All right.
While we tour Castleguard, we'll have a little scavenger hunt at the same time. As you
I love scavenger hunts.
Scrolls like the one straight ahead. If you approach it, you can click on it. The scroll will provide more information about the town. See if you can find all the scrolls.
Scrolls.
Surprises too. Whenever you want to leave the scene, just press the escape key. Now let's go to the door and open it.
Who's talking to me? The Michael Crichton?
In the 14th century. If some parts look a little new and fortified, it's because they are.
Wow.
In the 100 Years' War, French towns beefed up their fortifications. Castleguard is built beneath a castle.
Oh, Clayman.
And it has an outer wall surrounding.
This is what French people looked like back then.
This was unusual during the period. Towns without walls didn't last long. The town is mostly deserted now because everyone's attending a tournament. Let's look around. This is the blacksmith shop. Looks like he's going to the tournament too. Blacksmiths were found everywhere at this time, not only to fashion wrought iron, but more important, to shoe horses. Blacksmiths worked only in iron. Steel making for swords and armor was a specialized process. You may have noticed that most of the house doors are above ground level. This was because the streets were usually filled with slops and sewage. You wanted your door to be above that. Sometimes the doors were up at the second floor, which was primarily done for defense in case the town was invaded.
Can't go in any of these houses. But it smells. Smell like shit and piss and cum.
We've made an inn for our game, but it's far bigger and grander.
American Me was a co-writer and co-designer for this game? Wow.
In reality, a town like Castleguard would have near the outskirts.
There's a proper face.
A tavern on the ground floor and some rooms on the second floor. That'd be it, if there was an inn at all. But we have a tournament here, so this inn is filled.
And the claimant skinned someone's face and started wearing it.
If you go down here, you can catch a glimpse of the tournament itself. Tournaments were very popular in medieval times, both with combatants and spectators alike. But they had a reason for being. Kings and nobles hosted tournaments as a way to show off their wealth and the strength of their property. This town looks pretty clean. They've cleaned it up the tournament, but even so, the streets would have been slippery with slops and garbage and waste from people and animals. You have to imagine what that would be like to walk in. And you have to
imagine the smell.
It's also true that towns were a place where infections could spread rapidly. In fact, the one time when towns were more dangerous than the country was during an epidemic. Then people fled from towns to the countryside. France has just suffered an epidemic of the plague a few years ago. If you go down here, you can catch a glimpse of the tournament itself.
Yeah.
Were very popular in medieval times.
Jeff, can you find out who this narrator is?
Alike, but armies. In times of peace, the king would hold many tournaments to keep his warriors busy fighting each other, so they didn't get into trouble. Tournaments eventually evolved into ceremonial pageants. See the
Red Fox.
The Lord lives there with his private
Red
army
Fox.
of soldiers and knights. The town below is under his protection. I've said that new towns were built during this period. In fact, 1,000 new towns were built in France during the 14th century. You might wonder why. Defense was certainly one reason, but another reason was economic. For the noble in the castle,
France, more like
these towns twist
shit.
because they've been built up over centuries. Buildings are close because whenever possible, pre-existing walls are shared with a new structure. Building a wall is a big undertaking. So as you look at the pattern of streets, you have to imagine that the town has
Find all the
built
scrolls.
for many centuries. It's more like a coral reef. Castleguard is built on a hillside, so it slopes.
You got some green on you, buddy.
This makes the town easier to defend. Whenever possible, towns were built on hilltops, a practice that went back far before the 14th century.
This is fascinating. Next place. Uh-oh. Fine. Great Hall. Bought it. Take a tour of Dunn. Yeah, okay. I take a tour of my own house and go into my room and go to bed. Whoa.
Here at the high table at the far end.
Food.
His subjects and guests ate on the table. This hall is not as richly decorated as a king's would have been, with gilded paint on the walls and gold-threaded tapestries. This is the great hall of a provincial noble, which is down a notch or two in splendor.
Grandpa's guitar. My guitar. Pussies and grandpas. And grandpa pussy. There's some video game food. We need a video game food channel on the server, Jeff.
We've indicated that good food was served here and plenty of it. We know the medieval nobility had much better diets than ordinary people. There's some suggestion
CD-ROM's Discord.
Bigger and taller because of this. That may be true. We know from modern data that changing diet can change average population height and weight in a single generation, as has happened, for example, in Japan. The main meal in medieval times was served at midday, sometime between 10 a.m. and noon. This was when the noble family ate with its knights and retainers.
Are you guys loaded?
Also when the peasants in the field
Oh, not
ate their
really.
largest meal.
I'll miss her in a bird's nest. Mmm. But
This hall is a reconstruction in another way, too.
see if I find all the scrolls.
Explore the dimensions and appearance of an English Great Hall, rather than a French one. The Great Halls of the Dordogne region were in fact quite small. We've indicated that good
Oh.
food was served here and plenty of it. We know the medieval nobility had much better diets than ordinary people. There's some suggestion that the
Walking on
nobles
food.
were bigger and taller because of this. That may be true. We know from modern data that changing diet can change
I don't mean to read this.
population height and weight in a single generation, as has happened, for example.
Missed that one.
The main meal, there was no silverware in medieval times. Guests provided their own knives and ate with their fingers.
Ate with their ass.
The Great Hall was a festive place. Murder was not unknown here. In fact, the tradition of seating the guest of honor to the host's right originally came from the idea that it was more difficult, if you're right-handed, to stab someone on your right than on your left. Therefore, to be seated on the right was to be seated in relative safety.
Ah!
And hence
Monster!
a place of honor.
Where's the last scroll? I mean, it was upstairs. Up the ladder. Let's have you find them all. Does it jump to the next thing? Did I miss a scroll? Is it this one?
Well done.
Oh. Is that all I should get a well done?
That sounds like the start of the tournament. If you want to see it, we'll have to get you some more suitable clothes. Let's go to the Lord's apartments and see what we can find.
Do I have to walk there? You're gonna take me. Okay, it's gonna take me. Exciting.
Here we are in the Lord's apartments, a separate section of the castle.
Wow.
The Lord, his lady, and his children all live here. So does the first knight, the steward, and any honored guests who might be visiting. The apartments that you see here are grander than usual, and the hallways
Got the boots.
because of the requirements of the computer, where if you collide with a character, you'd get stuck. But the basic sense of isolation in a special and very secure part of the castle is correct.
Fucking computers.
The earliest castles were forts, occupied only by soldiers. The families of the nobles lived elsewhere, in great houses. But by the 12th or 13th century, it became clear that the only safe place to live was behind high walls, and the nobles moved their families inside the castles. First, only for short
Beautiful.
periods of special danger, but eventually into permanent residence.
Got a drink.
Inevitably, living spaces grew larger and more elaborate. It soon became the rule that women lived in the castle. In fact, if the husband was away or dead, his wife frequently took charge, directing the soldiers in defense of the castle. But right now, everyone's at the tournament.
Yeah.
If you want to go there too, you need to prepare yourself. I've talked enough. I'll let you explore.
Look at fucking that dude's tapestry.
You need to find a knight.
Like 200 pixels. What a chump.
Oh, and you better get a drink of water while you're at it. It's pretty hot inside that armor. As soon as you found all those things, we'll go to the tournament.
Got the armor. My tapestry is 480. You can actually tell there's people on it. It looks a bit worse for you guys because it's a much smaller screen window for me, but you guys it's stretched out to like full, like fill up the screen. Like our OBS like zoom is like zoomed in, so it makes it look a bit worse. I mean, it looks like ass, but it makes it. Yeah. Totally. What am I looking for? I got everything. I got a drink. I got boots. I got my armor. I have to go through the menu again because it's so slow and it might take forever to find all the shit I need. Alright, we're just gonna... Ugh. Not worth it. We knew courtyard. Whatever. We're just gonna check out the tournament or move on.
As you see, the tournament's already underway. The nobles are in the boxes. Common people are standing by the rail. So far, 5 knights have been carried from this field, 2 dead, and the others seriously injured. This tournament is an accurate reconstruction except for one detail.
It looks like shit.
There was no rail separating the charging knights, as you see here. This rail, or tilt, did not come to France for another 50 years. In reality, the tournament would have been a huge open field, but we followed the English style. You have to understand tournaments not only from the standpoint of pageantry and individual heroism, but also as a political tool. Both England and France are in the process of becoming centrally organized nation-states, directed by a king who is a true national leader.
Keep missing.
Running the entire country, living in the capital city. England is more of a nation at this time than France is, but both countries face a struggle between powerful nobles who dominate their local areas and a king who's trying to bring all the nobles under his central control. The king can emphasize the central authority of the state in several ways. He can institute nationwide tax collection, taking this power away from the local nobles. He can put in place a nationwide legal system to dispense justice and abolish the courts of the local lord. And he can show his immense wealth by funding local pageants.
This is exciting.
People, while also subtly reminding them that the king is the source of all good things. In this sense, the tournament is an exercise in central power, which is why English kings sometimes stage the tournament every 2 weeks throughout the year. But that's not the case here. This is a local joust held by the local lord who wants to show his wealth and power. It's a kind of conspicuous consumption. Some medieval teachings on how to joust have come down to us. They tell us that the most common problem was failure of nerve. As you charged forward, it was difficult to stay focused, to hold your lance steady, and to wait for the crushing impact that might make you a hero, or might kill you. Knights chickened out, dropping their lances, or pulling away, or missing on purpose. It's not hard to understand why. It must have been terrifying to rush toward a collision at 60 miles an hour, the combined speed of both horses. It's hard to survive a collision at that speed inside a modern automobile, let alone sitting on a horse. No seatbelts here. Well, actually they did in a way. Knights were often roped onto the saddles.
Talk a bit faster.
Anyway, thanks for taking
Anyway, bye.
Enjoyed it.
Whoa. Oh shit. Body hit. Wow. Shield hit. This is awful. I win, he's dead. His children are orphans. Oh, I got stabbed too, and I got an infection and died. I will not play Sierra Online Adventure, dude. Too bad we couldn't play the actual story mode. Maybe one day I can get this game working properly. We can check out the story mode. Doubt. Maybe CD-ROM can buy it and do a video on it. All right. Why black? Why? Why? What the fuck? Oh yeah, I forgot there was a game on Windows 10 I wanted, but actually let's do well, let's just do Animorphs. Oh, piss, I forgot. Where is it? This is one of the 3 Animorph games. I think there's 3. There's a Game Boy game. There's a PS1 game. Or whatever. Maybe, yeah, I think it's PS1. And there's this game, which is PC only. This is a adventure turn-based game, RPG game, or whatever. Hold on, the mouse is fucked.
Hi there. I know you're probably not used to talking to a hawk, but there's a bunch of
Yeah.
things in my world that you've never seen before. My name is Tobias. I can't tell you my last name or any of my friends' last names or where we live or our phone numbers or just about anything. I wish we could, but we can't. You see, you're probably like most people who look up at the stars at night and wonder what it would be like if creatures from another planet ever landed on Earth.
No.
Well, you can stop wondering. It really happened.
Wow!
Not so long ago, the Earth was invaded by an alien race, the Yeerks, and their evil leader, Visser III. The Yeerks take control of other creatures by crawling into their heads and turning them into controllers or slaves. The Yeerks have already conquered other races on other planets, and their mission on Earth is moving fast. Many people in our town may seem normal at first, but they're far from normal. Even our school vice principal, Mr. Chapman, is a controller and a leader in the recruiting organization called the Share. Andalite warriors came to Earth to battle the Yeerks. They failed, but before they were defeated, a brave Andalite, Prince Elfangor, found me and my friends, Rachel, Marco, Cassie, and Jake. He gave us a really cool power. He gave us the ability to morph, to change into any animal we touch by acquiring its DNA.
Go ahead, Marco. It's your turn to try.
Ah!
Wow, it amazes me every time.
Check it out. I came up with a name for it. Animorph. Get it? Animal morph?
Ah ha ha, I get it. It's the name of the thing.
Yeah, Marco. Animorphs. That's us. 5 kids versus the Yeerks. And we're the only ones left who can stop them. If the sharing spreads any further, the human race will surely be doomed. We need your help. The first thing you'll need to do is get used to working with us. If you use the arrow keys on the keyboard, or take your control pad and press the direction key, you can take control of the group. Now, you can move all 4 characters to any place. If you hold down the left shift key on the keyboard, or press and hold the run button on the controller while moving, the group will speed up. Try moving around.
Wow.
Good. You can use the tab key to select a different player. Choose the member that you would like and walk over to the key near the back corner of the barn and click the action key.
What's wrong with these textures? I don't know what action key is.
This allows you to
Left
immediately
control.
acquire items for your inventory. There is no limit to the amount of items you can have in the inventory. Now, walk to the silver box.
Oh, I don't think this game's lasting long.
To open the box, click the Action 2 button to bring up the inventory menu. Now, with the arrow
Yes,
buttons
you fixed your
or
computer.
direction keypad on your controller, highlight the key. Once the key is selected, press the Action 1 button and you will now be able to open the box.
Well, I wasn't paying attention to what I was telling me to do. I'm not gonna lie. Action.
All right, more energy bars.
I love energy bars.
Now you'll learn how to acquire a new animal morph. Walk your party close to the squirrel.
Give me the energy bars. Where's the squirrel? Why is the music so creepy? I'm gonna be a squirrel.
Press the Action 1 button. This will allow you to get
Hey Jake, what animal do you turn into? A squirrel. I can climb stuff and store a lot of nuts.
You will begin the game with your base set of morphs, but by touching an animal, you can acquire an animal's DNA, therefore adding to your list of possible morphs. When you want to morph, you need to find a morph safe zone. You will see the morph signal light up. Now, by pressing the action key, your list of morph possibilities will be displayed. You can select an animal by moving the direction key. Go ahead, select an animal.
Tiger. I'm turning into energy bar. Oh no, I accidentally touched the ant. Ah! Fine, we'll be a squirrel. Is he morphing me back? Am I not in a morph safe zone?
Remember,
Oh god.
if you ever want to make your team run faster, just use the left shift or the run button like you did before. Go ahead and move the team to the edge of the forest.
Why do we live in this fucking PS1 horror game farm? Yeah, real smooth. Whoa, stuff popping in. Edge of the forest, you fuck. Squirrel mode, activate.
Pretty rough. I feel like frolicking.
What? What do you want me to do? What the fuck is this?
I don't think that's the morph we want.
Did it tell me to pick a certain animal? Instead of me and the wolf.
Now you're free to move about in the practice course. If you need to jump, press the action key. To super jump, double-click the action key. You will have certain special features for each animal, but you'll discover those on your own. Try out the course.
Ugh. I'm enjoying this. Ah!
Whoops! That's not the way to go.
Whoops. I don't know what that was. I'm running out of time. I'm stuck.
Next, you'll learn how to
What?
control your animals in combat. Go to the side of the barn and click on the electrical panel.
I don't want to. Find out what combat's like. It's the barn. Oh, barn's over there. Inside of the barn, right?
Now, select the difficulty level by
This
clicking
will be
on the
bad.
setting you want to use. Since you're just starting
Difficult.
off, I'd recommend going with the easy
Yeah, we'll go
Great.
easy.
Now click on the Start button. A new menu will appear that shows you the available animals you can use in combat. Select one animal for each character in the party. The animals you select will fight in the battle. Once you've selected a combat animal for each character, click the action key.
Whoops.
Okay, when you want to battle,
Oh my God.
only the animal with the circular disc underneath its body will be able to fight. You will have 10 seconds in order to pull off your moves in combat. And then, the next animal will move into position. If your energy bar should ever dwindle to 0, You will automatically exit the combat and start over again.
Ass. I've played Time Machine, or the Adventures of the new Adventures of the Time Machine, based off Time Machine. Time Machine. You know, Dreamcatcher makes good stuff. Nothing but gold from them. And Cryo. Build up. Introduction. London, January 1st, 1893. Yeah. You think you guys don't know any about Time Machine at all.
To predict the future is to modify it. But can man really be the master of his own destiny? I used to think so. I remember the fateful night when everything seemed possible. During those long years I spent in my laboratory, I tried to penetrate life's great secrets. There is a familiar force in us which is difficult to define. A force that guides our mortal existence, and we call it time. The clock was ready. The minute hand, made from the purest crystal quartz, vibrated to the rhythm of creation. It required many long months without rest for me to design the plans of my machine. In its glass cage, the chronoider beat with restrained energy. It would provide the force which would propel me into the most fantastic of voyages. The chronoider was the motor of the machine that was about to turn my life upside down. Was the name Wells going to go down in history? That wasn't important to me. The past didn't interest me. The future seemed much more fascinating. I was getting ready to leave when a strange shell appeared in my laboratory. It bore the inscription, "The Nautilus guides the Voyager through time." Without really thinking about it, I decided to take it with me, and that seemed
like neat. Put it in my pocket. Oh, I needed that. Where the frog ammo? Well, would that have played anyways if I click new game? Yes.
The machine has disappeared, and I'm stuck more than 800,000 years
800,000?
The Nautilus guides the Voyager through time. I'm afraid I do need a guide to explore this time and place.
What happened to me? Ah, time's ripping me apart. Oh no. What the fuck is that? Interact with this? Oh, a human thing? I can click on stuff. Or... I don't know what happened to me. I don't interact with things. I don't even know if you can interact. No spell available. No, there is an interact. It's E. I press. What is that thing? Fucking wallaby.
If you have something to trade, I'm your man.
Thank God he speaks my language.
The tiny, are you a child?
Hello. My name is Wells, and I come from England. I seem to be lost. Can you help me?
If you have a name, you are one of the chosen. You must know a lot more than I do. You can find your way alone.
I'm afraid that's impossible without my machine. I'm stuck here.
You're a weirdo. What's going on? What the fuck is that? Yeah, I don't know. DS's computer exploded on him last stream, so I don't know if he's streaming later. I don't know if he fixed it. Sure. You stream Ghost Rider again? Are you scared of it now? You gonna break your computer? I don't know why I'm slowly disintegrating. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why the graphics are doing that. Oh, whoa. My inventory. Weird bug. Seems all the pre-rendered stuff is fine. Any actual 3D models are fucked. Oh. Pressing spacebar wouldn't do anything.
Can you
Now
guide me through this strange place, little animal? That's what I thought.
I swear that wasn't working earlier. Back here. Hey, bitch. Talk to me. You got it.
It would be impolite to interrupt.
You look like an outcast, but I can't do anything for you.
Weirdo.
You're not allowed to enter the Hierarch's palace.
Yeah, I am.
I have nothing to say to you. Stop bleating like a tripodon and get back to work.
People still have English accents 800,000 years in the future. Oi, mate. What are you doing here? Wanted idiocracy reference. But I'll be probably on Twitch. What is this thing? Talk to me. Well, that was Time Machine. Oh, I didn't want to. This is a terrible showcase. I just want to be over. Alright, last game. This is Freedom First Resistance. Anne McCaffrey or whatever. Some dumb book. Some dumb book nobody ever read.
My name is Angel Sanchez, and I used to have a life just like yours. Back before the world as we knew it came to an end. It was the day before my 23rd birthday when the aliens arrived. They called themselves Kateni, and they were savage enemies. They showed us no mercy, and they played for keeps.
Resident Sleeper seems loud.
We heard on the radio that the United Nations had signed a truce with the Kateni. It was just a nice way of saying total surrender. Then things really went to hell. They started herding us into refugee camps. I don't know what happened to my family, but that's what happened to me.
Ugh, mustard face. Oh, fuck. God, her face.
Millions of other people just vanished. No one knows where they went, but a lot of us look up at the sky and wonder. Now, most of the human race is under alien control, or collaborating with the Kateni in hopes of receiving a little better treatment. The alternative, the unknown, is just too terrible for most people to contemplate.
Yeah. Oh, from Hot Topic.
The only exceptions are scavengers who fled the Kateni. And the Resistance, a collection of freedom fighters and rebels carrying on the struggle in hopes of one day freeing Earth from alien rule. The odds are against them, but it doesn't matter. They're all we've got. Yeah! This is their story. This is my story. This is a story of the human race's last desperate fight for freedom.
Cool. Turn it down a bit. Was that a mistake?
I'm sorry, guys. I think I need to sit this one out.
I never played this before. What are you talking about?
When I woke up this morning, I found a note someone had left for me. It was on plain white paper.
I mean, turn it down too much.
Hello, Angel. You don't know me.
Turn the voice up. Keep other stuff down. Oh, the options. Takes so long to load. Shitty old video game.
I'm sorry, guys. I think I need to sit this one out. I'm sorry, guys. I think I need to sit this one out.
Yeah, you can sit it up. Shut on this. All the loading screens. There's so many. All this game is loading screen. This is the game right here. This is it. And we're in the game. Oh my god. Oh my god, the camera. God. Look at this camera. Look at this. Look. What were they thinking? Like, really? Eh. What is this? Anyone pooping? Hi.
This place is a zoo with humans on the inside.
Wow. And animals running the show?
And the animals running the show?
That's as good a way as any to describe Catenian peacekeepers. This place is running short on food, on medical supplies. It's a disgrace.
Sounds like a great place to be living.
Keep talking like that, and at that volume, and you'll find out what the unpleasant way out of here is. Keep it down, or the peacekeepers will make an example of you.
Have you heard anything about what it's like outside?
All I know is that I don't know what's out there, whether it's more aliens, the resistance, or whatever. I do know that in here stinks, though. Good night.
Why are you sitting in the bathroom then? It smells like ass. Really though, what were they thinking with this camera? Stop. Yeah.
Please, just leave me alone.
Okay. It's another bathroom. Yeah. It's getting stuck on shit. Awful camera. Eh. It's like a stealth game. Maybe. Who's this dork?
Hey there, what are you doing?
Hey, you, wait, what are you doing over here? Get out of here. I'm not doing anything.
I'm not doing anything.
You should be doing nothing.
What you doing me, eh?
This is a restricted area, and you ought to know that.
Got any suggestions for where I should go?
Yeah, got a few, but none of them are printable. You refugees think you're so tough because you mouth off a little bit and get away with it. Let me tell you something. You lost. The Cateni won. And the only smart thing a man can do is join up and make the best of it, all right? Trying to fight is like spitting into the wind.
Roll over.
signed on, and that's why you get to wear that funny hat?
All right, look, I'll make this simple for you. You belong in the West Wing, with the rest of the scumbags, refugees, and losers. The smart folks agreed to work with the Kateni, and they're in the East Wing, the nice one in case you were wondering. And then some of us decided to join the Peacekeepers, and we work here, mostly behind this nice big locked door. And with your attitude, the only way you will ever get in there is for interrogation. Look, I hope you listened real good, 'cause I'm not repeating any of this.
Is your chest expanding?
What's it to you that you have to keep shouting this stuff at me? Give it a rest.
Chest
Seeing
burster.
as my job is keeping punks like you in line, it's plenty to me, all right? You think this uniform is for show?
What is it for then?
You got a mouth on you, you know that? You should watch the attitude before it gets you in trouble.
Yeah, what's your attitude? Oh, God. I don't talk anymore. Let me leave.
You really like your work, don't you?
It beats sitting in a cardboard box with the rest of the losers, wondering what's gonna happen next. Look, I know what my job is.
I can see how you're so smart, seeing as I'm living here in the refugee camp and you're not. Oh, wait. You're living here too.
Yeah, keep laughing. The war's over, in case you hadn't noticed. We lost. There's nothing left.
You know,
Holy shit.
the scare tactics just aren't working.
Yeah, you'll be getting away easy this time, girl.
Whatever.
My orders are to avoid trouble at all costs. Right now, teaching you to keep.
Hey, whoa, you get out of trouble.
You can count on it.
Oh, not another one. What is this game? What is my objective? Oh, I have a note. Oh. Why is the menu so shitty? Hello, Angel. You don't know me, but I know you. My friends and I have been watching you for some time. We're rather impressed with you handle yourself. We could use someone like you if you're interested in maybe helping show the Katani whose planet this really is. Mind you, it's not gonna be easy. But if you think up to it, there's a place in the resistance waiting for you. And okay. Get out of the camp itself while learning the Peacekeeper. You did as feature introduction. Why the menu's so fucked.
Maybe I can talk to him and learn a few things.
I don't want to talk to anyone anymore.
Good evening, miss. It's a pleasant night, isn't it?
Oh, hello. How are you doing? Oh, sorry not to bother you.
Oh, I'm sorry to bother you.
I can't talk at the moment, I'm afraid, miss. Come back later and we'll see what I can do for you.
Okay. Another bathroom. I only want a bathroom.
What do you want?
Sorry.
Don't do it again, okay?
Don't do it. Don't do that. Don't talk to me. God. Stop it. I'm gonna pebble this fucker. Fuck you. Throw a pebble at his glass. Damn.
Damn some bitch peacekeepers!
Damn some bitches.
What did they do to you?
Knocked me down, they did. Knocked me down with those stun rods of theirs, then told
Yeah,
me
see?
to go for the soup kitchen, that I weren't getting no supper. They're doing that more and more these days, throwing their weight around like it's a...
Well, you talk like it's the 1920s.
Someone should do.
Not as long as they're doing the Cateni's dirty work for them, nope. And we have to take whatever they dish out.
Okay. Fuck are you?
Angel. So good to see you again.
Something happening to me.
I'm looking for a way out.
That could be difficult, Angel. The Cateni have sealed this place up tight.
That's very interesting.
You definitely want to talk to Seamus. He used to be the janitor here, and he still keeps the place running.
I thought you could tell me.
I can't tell you how to escape, Angel. The world comes to me.
But you're going.
I'm not going anywhere, Angel. This is my place. But if you decide it's your place to go,
Whatever.
I want you to take this. Find my brother if you can and give him this.
Fresh fruit, it's
Something
mine.
tells me you'll be seeing him soon.
My fruit now. Now we go talk to the Irish guy. The worst camera. Alien burgers. Game's like fucking up now. I keep doing this. I don't know how to stop. My controller. I don't know why it started. Now it stopped.
Good evening, miss. It's a pleasant night, isn't it?
Are you Seamus?
That's the way it always is, isn't it?
Oh, my Seamus. Oh, no, no, not me. Not the Irish guy Seamus. No, no, never heard me.
Miss Reardon, and you're Miss Angel Sanchez, and you live out of the old bookstore with the Tolliver family, the Hernandez brothers, and 9 or 10 other folks. Am I?
That's amazing.
My dear Miss Sanchez, I have to know an awful lot in my line of work. What is that line of work, you ask? Why, it's keeping this place going. If you...
But you don't work.
Let's just say there are things that I do the lads in the funny hats would disapprove of if they knew, so I take care not to tell them. I'm no friend of the Cateni, though.
I see.
I'll be here. There's always work to do. Have no fear.
I don't know what you do. I'm not really paying attention or listening to you. Or understanding what's going on in this fucking game. Just find a way out. Join the resistance. Vive la resistance! Yeah. This has been a showcase. I've been a lot more focused on October stuff lately. This showcase is a bit I had like half the games ready, and I threw other games in there. A bit of afterthought. Already kind of done. But yeah, I'll do it. I already got the games that were hard to get working. I was like, oh, I might as well do it. Yeah, but the next showcases will be in October. Books, you say? I trying to think of a title that could be like a joke title for book games, but I couldn't think of anything. Maybe I got nothing. No. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.